Well, how's it going, Kingsman? Welcome back. It has been too long. It has been too long, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Man, we are back after almost 2 weeks, I think. Sorry about the delay. You know, I tried to post those videos about the renovations in the house. Took a lot longer than I thought. Just with life, kids, and all that, it delayed. I was yeah, I was missing this at the end. I was like, man, I'm really looking forward to this again. Anyway, enough about that. Enough about me and my life, because we are in another battle on Wagram. This one, I believe, I'm not sure if it is two clans face each other. I know the NR4 are playing the French. I see people from the Rheinbund clan. And I'm not sure if there's another clan, maybe. So maybe not an official tournament battle, but you can see already the French getting hammered by some Austrian guns set up on the high ground here. This 6-point Tyrol. Now, we can go over the points real fast because Wagram, they start really close to each other. On the French side, you have an 8-point France, the 1814. You have an 11-point France-Russia center, the 1812. 1805, 6-point Tyrol. And then in 1809, 10-point France, Austria. On the coalition side, you have an 1809, 8-point Austria, Tyrol. Oh, looks like some guns. They're trying to snipe some guns here really quick. Maybe they will get them. I don't know. Some Chasseurs Cheval. Ooh, the guns. I think the guns are safe, but still a friendly fire. But anyway, like I said, 8-point Austria, or Austria, Tyrol, and then 8-point 1805 Austria, and then a 10-point 1809 Austria. And of course, I will put the names up on the screen as well. But this battle, guys, looks amazing. And look at this. We have a huge cavalry push down the hill. Doesn't it look glorious? We're going to have a huge clash. Some hussars, some dragoons. Infantry very close. Oh, my goodness. Austria closing in from the other side as well. Getting a nice sandwich off on these Polonaise Lancers. Well executed by Austria, getting a huge push. Some horse artillery, or just regular artillery set up, doing some canister. Lots and lots of cavalry clashing here, as we can see the French getting hit very hard. Austria really smacking them around, slowing down that cavalry push here. Infantry, of course, going to try to support this engagement. More dragoons staying closed in as Austria charges in yet another wave of cavalry. And so far, I'm seeing a lot of Austrian cavalry winning. Although, like I said, they have, that's 2 cavalry units that have broke, plus another one, so 3 total. I don't know who actually came off better in that engagement, quite honestly. I don't know. But this is maybe just a potential counterattack to slow down the French push while Austria consolidates here. They're going to have another Austria over here on this side, and then I believe the British on the flank. Ooh, this provides an interesting difference to the field. So the 8-point has peeled off to face the UK, while the 10-point France keeps pushing here to take on the Austrians. They do not want to leave any coalition armies unopposed. And this is going to provide very interesting, because the French cannot break on any other fronts, or else the whole line may cave. This is, of course, a lot of voltigeurs, some very elite French units in this 8-point army. Now, they do, I think, some regular line infantry, but a lot of voltigeurs, tirailleurs, I believe. And do we have more cavalry clashing here? Yes, we do. The British clashing with some Lancers. So much cav play here, guys. So much. Chasseurs Cheval rushing over to help out. Over here, looks like Austria threw back some Chasseurs Cheval on the 10-point France. We do have some skirmishers supported by some Grenadier Cheval, some Ledoux. pushing up on the town of Wagram in the center. Beautiful map. I should also say, guys, I'm kind of trying to be making up for all the time I was off. I may try to do a stream and a video on some of the days I'm off. Unfortunately, I go back to some training and work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's nothing to do about that. And just, you know, not I guess apologizing necessarily, just letting you guys know about the situation. But, you know, the other days before that, I have 4 days left till then, but so we're gonna live it up, try to do what I can to first of all reconnect with the YouTube community and also get some videos out again. The algorithm probably is gonna hate these first couple videos unless you're subscribed. Honestly, I can't imagine that they're gonna do super well, but that's okay, you know. I'm grateful that I don't need this for a career. It's a hobby. Looks like we have some more cavalry clashing over here. Austria trying to get themselves out of there with their hussars. I love that both sides have cav to use. They have cav to spare, and no one's getting out cav necessarily. Now, of course, some people are winning more than others. Look at these skirmishers, artillery! And then, of course, the 6-point Tyrol pushing up his line of infantry. Cavalry in the background, so cinematic, so gorgeous. And these Voltigeurs facing off against the Austrians. Austria has some sappers that have set up some stakes. They're probably gonna have their artillery set up as well. They have a very strong defensive position. This is actually going to be a very tough one for France, as they will have to most likely be on the offensive, and there is artillery arrayed against them. See, 6 or is it 7 guns? 6, yeah, 7. It's 7 guns. 7 guns right there, 2 more over here. Not sure if these 3 guns are firing as well. But either way, they are outgunned as of right now. This left flank is actually going to be interesting. Now, the UK have formed up against France. They're starting to exchange some volleys here. If there's anyone that can outshoot the UK, it's probably going to be this 8-point France. With all those Voltigeurs and those Fusiliers, they probably can do it. It'll be a bitter fight though, guys. This is not going to be an easy fight for them to take. The cavalry going to charge in. They can form square. I'm sure they're going to. Ooh, I think they got caught. And the UK are now pressing forward here. Rule Britannia! I mean, you know. They did form another square. Now cavalry in support. The UK going to be pushing up, like I said, a little bit more. Oh, man, he's running right in... Oh, friendly fire, friendly fire! Oh, no, the UK, what are you doing? He noticed it. Starting to get stressed there. And we also have the Austrians pushing up on the 10-point Österreich. Getting very aggressive. He has a line formed up to meet them. It's a very crucial defense here on the left flank to defend the French, who are maybe going to try to slowly but surely maneuver into Wagram. I'm not sure how well that's going to go down. And it does appear some French cavalry charging in, trying to drive back the UK's flanking cav force. May even have some Grenadier Cheval pushing into skirmishers. Very well done by France. And that's going to threaten the British right flank and make their aggressive push less of a threat. It does look like we're going to have an advance here by the French. Yeah, a very aggressive push by France. Maybe going to put pressure on Austria before they've gotten their entire corps up. Austria, of course, is going to form up. Just have some reserves. I did see quite a significant column, 2 columns deep, maybe 3 columns deep right here. Maybe a potential push can be made by the Austrians. They have artillery by this grove of trees they set up. That'll be a tough position for France to be put into. Yeah, that's gonna hamper their advance, or at least cause some heavy casualties. Over on this side, you can see a lot of just artillery dueling back and forth. The town itself has not been contested yet. Austria has quite a reserve. Now, maybe France is going to use this whole conundrum to their advantage. If Austria is worried about losing this, they may keep a large reserve here. And if France can shift over, which is what they're kind of starting to do, reinforcements to this side, focus on the Austria over here, but yet make Austria think that they're going to keep pushing over here, that could out-trick the Austrians. Now, Austria is scouting. You can see they have cavalry back over here. Probably wanting to see where the French have their lines. If there's a whole line stack here, then they may not move their troops. But if they see this 6-point Tyrol shifting the reserves into another section of the fields, then maybe, you know, they're going to shift reserves as well. And this may be the focus point of a very large fight to come. Now, this fight will, I expect, rage the entire game, even though the UK actually seem to be a little concerned, pulling back a little bit, wrapping towards their allies. But I do think this is going to be the focused part of the field, where France is going to probably try to exert their numbers, try to press and attack, while the coalition may be strung out a little bit more or less. Rushing troops across, his artillery is going to get some nice shots on them, as they are danger close to this artillery piece. Oh, that's going to hurt. Canistering, but the canister honestly is probably not going to do a ton. Either way, Austria is scrambling to get a formation. At the same time, you can see the 6-point Tyrol has shifted his army, leaving 11-pointer to deal with the Austrians over here. There is cavalry back behind the lines, so the French movements are not going to be hidden, which provides another edge to this field, this battlefield. Over here, it's still an almost deadlock until France really starts pushing that flank. This is going to be back and forth quite a bit between the French and British. Well, there's pretty solid volleys being thrown down by these veterans. Man, I'm surprised France is just marching in front of this artillery piece. I'm wondering what their plan is. I guess they are shooting it. They are shooting it. Still, though. Bayonet charge going in. I expect they are going to sacrifice at least one unit. Oh, man. Well, I think that's the last time it's going to fire. Oh my goodness, I missed some cav action in the back, breaking some L3s, and then we have Croziers going in against Skirmisher. Oh no, this is going to be very bad for Skirmishers. These heavy horse are gonna plaster the floor with these Skirmishers, unfortunately for them. We do have the Grenadier Cheval who are gonna countercharge those Croziers, so hopefully they break them. Countercharge over here by Austria. France still inching forward here. Austria is doing some... Oh man. Not sure how I feel about that. Some Grenadier Cheval even closing in, going to stop them. Over here, France driving the British back. But France got to watch out. The UK could come in right behind their flank. Or not their flank, but literally right behind them. That could be very, very disastrous. And we do have the French pushing in for the town as well, sending in some grenadiers. They do take the town itself. Cavalry's going to be lurking on their flank. They're going to have to watch out for that. They do have some grenadier cheval and some infantry as well. Still a very precarious situation for them. Nice long battle line here. France gonna have to be careful though. British are almost directly behind them. This 8-pointer has to push quickly if he wants to make this. If they want to save this. Now I'm not sure about that. Looks like there were some skirmishers they hit, but it did break them. We have more Austrians in melee now with the French. Some grenadiers. So many fronts to try to cover all at once. France is holding their ground on the flank. They gotta watch out for that cavalry. Still in development, guys, is the UK. And that is why you're seeing... Man, why are they running? It looks cool, but... They're running, and that's going to exhaust them so quick. They're already active. Oh, we have a cross-air charge against the Austrians. Oh, man. Austria is in trouble now. They're probably trying to get a flanking cav. They have artillery shooting to the flank of those crossyears as well. This is a terrible... I'm sorry, but this is not a very good withdrawal by France. They left themselves open for a counterattack. Running all the troops, not leaving a rear guard whatsoever. That's mad. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? Cavalry looks like they boxed in, tried surrounding this French army. Oh, this is turning messy for France. Very, very messy. They still have their cavalry to defend. Infantry as well. France is managing to dislocate themselves, extract themselves here. 6-point tie roll, pushing up to kind of try to reinforce this flank. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to diss on players or anything, because all of us are in different skill levels, or some of us have bad days, but this was a very bad withdrawal by France. I'm surprised they haven't lost more. You need to leave rear guards to build that counter charge. You need to... Oh my gosh, they're marching right in front of the Austrians. They need to have units defending their flanks. They need to have units defending the rear. You can't just start pulling back. You need cavalry. See, there goes one unit broke. They need to pull this unit and maybe these grenadiers or even the 11th. Have them ready to make a stand to defend their rear. France is pulling out of the town. They have been driven back after some very brutal close quarters fighting. 6-point tie roll is here along with the 8-pointers, so the majority of the French force, the strongest point is here. Austria sent some grenadiers in. That was maybe not a very wise strategy for them, as there's so many French troops in this line. Guys, we are back. It crashed. What's new? What's new? Nah, I'm just kidding. It's alright. It's normal. Anyway, we are back where these unfortunate grenadiers are fighting an insane amount of French soldiers. You have some of the UK grasshoppers pouring some volleys to the French. Whew. Popping off, guys. You have Austrian cavalry trying to break up more French troops on the flank here. France also forming up a line against Austria. France having pulled back from Wagram. The main majority, like I said before, of the French force is over here. This 10-pointer needs to get his line out from being just flanked. I mean, this is a deadly flank being pulled on him. And he has no cav or squares. Dang, man. He's getting pulled away. But at least the British are now getting a whole lot of focus. The UK fighting a lot more with 6-point Tyrol and the 8-pointer focusing them down. So at least there is some extra force here on the left side. Truly though, this 10-pointer is in a sticky situation still. And he needs to pull back some guns that can help out maybe. Is that friendly fire? Maybe? No, I think it was that artillery right there, Austrian artillery. But yeah, so Austria's retaken Wagram. They can probably push out from there. This 10-pointer needs to reform. They need to reform this line level with this 8-pointer along here and then re-engage from there. This is a huge opportunity for the Austrians or the coalition to push in and wreck the French line. Now France is doing a little bit better with the pulling back. Still, it seemed almost like a panicked moment earlier for him. He first pulled back from Austria. I'm surprised Austria didn't capitalize more on it with that heavy cavalry. If he had any heavy cavalry, perfect time to charge it in. And we do have the Austrian flank swinging out from Wagram. The center is pushing. Austria is doing what they should do. You have one French line being a rear guard as the rest of the lines do get in position. And we may have more heavy calves charging in on the French retreat. And that's gonna hurt. Unfortunately, 2 lines or 3 lines now tied up on heavy cavalry. Ooh, I would not want to be one of these guys fighting. Oh, another line commits to it. Oh, why? Cut your losses. Dang, man, I don't know. Austria is rushing up reinforcements as well. 2. Watch, these both are going to break too. But the lines at least have, for the most part, readjusted here. Like I said, though, I mean, Austria is pushing on the flank as best they can. You have a light infantry detachment bravely standing their ground. They're heavily outnumbered, though. More cavalry to seal the fate. Man, that's a huge loss for France. That was 4 lines of French infantry just broken. They need some cavalry to counter here on the right flank. This is their problem flank. The real question is, can the French still win this? And the answer is yes, they definitely could. But they've taken heavy losses, and honestly, the French, they have not inflicted as many losses as they should. They just keep getting worn down. Austria's tenacity. Things have kind of calmed down over here just a little bit. Both sides kind of just, you know, a little skirmishing maybe, a little bit of exchange of volley fire. Not a lot. Austria's forming up. I think they found where the weak spot is. It's this 10-pointer. And they're going to keep trying to hammer on him. I don't really see a French reserve here. It looks like they're controlling like, this is how I used to play. That's why I have to recognize it. They're probably controlling the whole line and readjusting their entire line all at the same time. You don't need to do that. Control them in groups of 2s and 3s. 2s and 3s or even 1s. This is a weak spot in the line. Look for tiny weak spots, edges, so someone can sit right here and be firing. These guys would not return fire. What I would do is I would have these 3 stretched out just a tiny bit more. I would take these 3 and stretch them out like this a little bit more. Grab these 4 small units and pull them into reserve. Have this line here, and then hopefully have Tyrol help me, you know, yeah, we strengthen the line right there. I mean, Austria sees it. Austria sees the weak points in the line. Even now the British pushing very aggressively here as well. Don't be surprised if Austria goes for a melee or a cav charge. Yep, cav charge. And infantry will probably follow it up. It's starting to look very bad, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking pretty bad for the Imperials. I don't know if they're gonna win this. I don't think they will. Austria is focusing on a very weak right flank. You have 11-pointer pushing up to help. We have some Ledoux who maybe will try something. I know they're scaring off the Austrians. Now, this 8-pointer's flank is exposed. He's going to, of course, pull back. I mean, what do you do in a situation like this? What can you do? Now, 6-point Tyrol is starting to threaten the Austrian flank. It's going to force Austria to pull troops over to protect that left flank. But the Austrian center is looking very, very good. So you can see they have stacks of reserves. Well-oiled machine. They have artillery that is pushed up. Artillery is going to hopefully cause some havoc on the Austrian line. Oh, it's Austrian cavalry. What is going on here? Maybe a misclick. I mean, the French have not caved. In fact, like I said, guys, they have... Even this 10-pointer has pulled his troops into reserve. And we have a weaker, smaller line that's in the front, but seems to be doing okay. I mean, it's starting to cave, unfortunately, to the... I mean, especially these British shooters, probably light infantry, if I were to guess, like some light bombs. But I would bet these have some very good shooting stats. Ledoux gonna charge in here. I think that square is formed, but still they stopped them. His artillery is gonna get charged now, unfortunately. Square form of the 6-point Tyrol, but they are still facing heavy numbers. They're fighting their best, guys, but I'm seeing so much routing from France. Oh, some nice shots with the artillery here. I'm surprised they're not using canister. Here they go. They're trying to push in on this 10 and 11-pointer. Cavalry gonna charge and seal this horse artillery's fate. Unfortunately. what do you do here? You have to mass up and hit one area, you know. Artillery firing. Ledoux gonna stop that UK cavalry. He's saved it, guys. He has saved it for the perfect action. This artillery can slow up the Austrian advance. You can see they are not pushing here. Please tell me they're going for the general. Please tell me they're going for this general.
Orders understood.
Oh my goodness. Are they going to kill the general? Oh, that would be a... Oh, that is a huge blow for the British. Huge blow for the UK. Yeah, 6-point tie roll over here. Just getting pushed. I don't know, guys. It's still... I don't dare call it a coalition win yet. Because the French line is still holding. They're pulling back several times, but... Oh, I don't know. This cavalry could charge in the back here of Austria, maybe. Or maybe they'll focus on this British. If the British die, and this 8-pointer is free, they could shift over and start hitting the flank of the Austrians. France could definitely have a comeback. And they are definitely wrecking this UK line with that cavalry. Austria has slowed their attack. In fact, they're not even attacking here by the guns, which is giving the 10-pointer a chance to rest up. Now, there is still plenty of time to consider LOCs. Got some skirmishers getting charged here. Austria is trying to focus down the 6-pointer. More Grenadier Cheval charged in on the Austrian line. Doesn't like it's actually that good of a charge, though. He's going to pull that cav out of there. Oh, don't break. Hold. Oh, they broke. Oh, no. Oh, no. The UK have pulled back. We may have a French attack here. Now, the Austrians have a reserve line, a very, very thick reserve line that they are shifting back over here. France has moments to spare on making a significant counterattack. Already, it seems like they're running low on forces. I mean, their troops are breaking. Austria's just machine gunning them down. Oh, come on. Can they make it? Oh, they do make impact, but the morale, they're wavering, they break. Six-point tie roll is just almost entirely gone now. France doesn't have an answer, unfortunately, for this at this point. Very depleted, very, very depleted army, with the Austrians closing in on the flanks. The brave 6-point tie roll. Doing what they can. Oh man, they're just getting surrounded by cavalry. Surprised they didn't form a square.
Our men are running.
I think a 6-pointer is gone, basically. And the French are starting to fold. And this 8-pointer just pushing on the British. These guns probably can still do quite a lot of work here. This is where, realistically, in real life, the French would be trying to beat a retreat. I mean, they probably already would have been trying to do a retreat. It's either that or you survive till the end of the day, try to recover or retreat in the darkness of night.
Our men are running.
But well played by the coalition, using some superior numbers. The fight for this flank kind of, you know, once the Wagram itself started folding, and the 10-pointer was very aggressive here, and then with the UK swinging almost in behind him, forcing a retreat, that just threw everything into disorder. Also, I feel like there could have been some better plays by the 10-pointer, as he did have the largest force on the field, I believe.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, he had 2,500 men. He had the largest force, and unfortunately, he took the heaviest losses. I mean, that, of course, having more men means you can take more losses, but he didn't get it. He got almost as many kills as two of the other French players. Still, hey, you know, you learn as you play. You can only get better the more you play the game. So,
our men are running, sir.
That's a lesson we learned. Just keep playing. Mess up and keep playing. I think Austria may finally be going in for the bayonet. The French are exhausted. They're depleted. Now's the time.
Our men are running.
I don't. I mean, it's the end of the battle. Oh well. There's definitely a lot of blobbing up here on both sides. Oh, looks like Austria's pulling some troops back, so there isn't as much of that. Oh well. Like I said, it's the end of the battle. I wouldn't be too concerned about it.
Our men are running, sir.
Just messy play at the very end. Probably, honestly, the coalition's probably just trying to get the battle over with at this point. And if it's just them continually running back, I can hit the fast forward button here. Ooh, the artillery, though, definitely getting some last shots in. I think that's going to be the end of those shots. The French forming up here, but they are going to get run down here by the Austrians. And the UK flank plus the cavalry. And that will be the battle. But I do have the results, which I'll pull up here as soon as battle's over. All right, well, I think this one was sent in by one of the French players. So, you know, props to them sending it in even though they lost. I'll put the results here so you can see. On the French side, you have McDonald playing his 8-point France. He got 940 for the kills. Pretty good. You have Mr. Noisy. He got 941 for the kills. You have the 6-point Tyrol Cookie with 437. You have Erase as the 10-point France, 873 for the kills. On the other side, you have Imrezer as the UK with 1494. Marshall Trevor was 658 as a Austria. You have Knight of Shoegaze with 1021 and Xerxes with 15 flat. But yeah, well, it was a good battle. There definitely was some blunders, especially by the French in the center. I think that did a disastrous. That was disastrous. I think the 10-point France went very aggressive, and their rear was not really secured. Even though the 8-pointer was facing off against the UK kind of slipped around them. So whose fault truly is it? Who cares? It was a good battle. Some nice maneuvering by the coalition to get around the French, and ended up, even though they won, they still took some losses, some heavy losses, and ended up being a fun battle to watch. Either way, and some lessons definitely to be learned. So, but anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, I will catch you all in another video.